and none of them did. So, and no touchdowns. Like I said, Saquon Barkley had his problems, especially early, and I expected him to be nervous. So you have to expect it. It's his legitimate NFL debut. I'm not going to say preseason means anything because it doesn't. And again, he showed what he can do on that 68-yard run. He got to the outside. He showed his speed, and he showed his toughness, getting past a couple guys, and then he just took off up the line. Outstanding run. It was unbelievable. But that was the highlight. That was the one highlight. I couldn't even remember another run he made because there were, out of his 18 carries, I would say probably on at least 5 of them, he lost yardage.
I was disappointed in the Giants yesterday. I just expected after last season that you'd see something a little bit different, some razzmatazz, something, a trick play to screw people's head up.
No. No, that's not the stuff that turns the Giants. You have to remember, the Giants went 3-13 last year. I'm not sure what you're expecting, but
you know what?
You don't just turn that around in a matter of weeks.
I want the first play to be a double reverse and then a pass down the field. That's what I want.
Why?
Because it says we're here and we're different today.
It says we're desperate.
Well, it says we're desperate too. But sometimes to win, you have to be desperate.
But your quarterback is the same. Your main receiver is the same. He's healthy now.
Yes,
but he's
true.
the same. I don't understand your need for all of this change and whatnot. You have to. The Giants' reputation and the Giants as a franchise were built on solid running game and a good passing game
and great defense.
So the defense wasn't great yesterday. It was pretty good, but it wasn't great. Blake Bortles, for far too long in that game, looked like a way better quarterback than he actually is. And that was the defense. But the Giants made the stop when they had to at the end of the game. And then what we haven't even mentioned yet is the muffed punt at the end of the game where the Giants would have gotten the ball back with about 50 seconds left or so. I mean, obviously conditions and the situation would not have been optimal as far as trying to get even. But when the guy fumbles the punt and gives the ball back to Jacksonville, obviously you have no shot at all.
Yeah.
So that's a basic play that needs to be made. Your return guy has to catch the ball. I don't even know why he wasn't calling for a fair catch there. But you need to make sure you secure the ball and at least give your offense a chance to make plays. Because you know Jacksonville's going to go prevent. So the Giants are going to be able to move the ball down the field. So you're going to be probably in a situation where you'll have 25 seconds left and you'll be around the Jacksonville 30. And so you'll have 3 plays to try to get 30 yards in 25 seconds. Which is, again, I'm not saying it's anything I would look forward to, but you're in a situation where you at least have a shot to tie the game. And they didn't get that.
Nope, no, they didn't. We're going to take a break right now. You're listening to From the Press Box, part of the WHPC Sports Talk family, right here on 90.3 WHPC, the voice of Nassau Community College. I'm Rob Leonard. He's Tim Leonard. Tim, you're on Twitter at
Real Tim Leonard.
Okay.
Yo.
Tell your friends about the Nassau Morning Madhouse. Hear what you're missing.
Check it out.
I'm doing karaoke this Saturday. I sang the theme song to Family Matters.
Can you sing it? Yes, please.
It's a rare condition of this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside. Oh my God! Because all I see is a tower of dreams.
He knows all the words.
Love bursting up in every seam. As days go by, it's the bigger love of the family.
Oh my God, I love that!
Nassau Morning Madhouse. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9. On the voice of Nassau Community College.
90.3 WHPC.
Hi, I'm DJ Solero. Join me for the music of yesteryear, the music that hip-hop producers have gone on to sample in later years, along with some of the best hip-hop music that the 80s, 90s, and the new millennium have produced.
I told you DJ Solero knew the answer. I also told you to take a shower, but that hasn't happened. So, no way of knowing if you will follow this advice either.
It's Lyrics to Go for true musical inspiration at a new time. Friday nights at 11 p.m. on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3
WHPC.
Hey, that was my line.
Sorry.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds, and most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
We rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone who
had to be independent and take initiative. And that's how I handle every project I get.
Discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org. Brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
We're back here on From the Press Box on 90.3 WHPC. Of course, From the Press Box, part of the WHPC Sports Talk family. Mondays at 5 p.m., Tuesdays at 5 p.m., Thursdays at 9 p.m., and Fridays at 3 p.m. Of course, we're on 9 to 10 every Monday. If you have a comment or question, give us a call, 516-572-7440. A little more football, brother?
Yeah.
I mean,
why not?
Yeah,
okay. The NFL.
Oh, yeah.
First week.
NFL
Sunday.
Yeah. It was,
how about it?
Yeah, it's always nice, even though it started late this year because of Labor Day starting, the way it did. I wish they started the first Sunday of September, not the first Sunday after Labor Day, but that's just me.
What do you want?
I don't know.
It is what it is.
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, the Jets start tonight. They have a Monday night game.
Prime time for Sam Darnold. The Sam Darnold era starts in prime time.
Yeah. Let's see if Joe Willie's there tonight.
I assume he will be.
To give the another handoff.
And you know what? You know what's even better? It's a little cold out.
Yes, it is.
Joe will be wearing the fur.
You hope so, man.
I know so. I know so.
Because Joe knows. No, Joe still knows how to dress.
Don't get on me, Peter. People. I love Joe Namath in a fur coat.
Well, it doesn't.
He's the only one. He's the only one I will allow to wear fur. But Joe Namath, he's the guy.
He is always the guy.
The only guy that gets the fur pass from me.
It's been 43 years since he retired or whatever it was, and he is still the man.
Still the coolest guy in the room.
He's still the coolest guy.
The only challenger he has, if they're in the same room together, is Walt Clyde Frazier.
That is true. Clyde has always been the
Any
coolest.
room that either one of those two is in, they are the coolest guy in the room.
And, think about it, both from the 69 teams, so to speak.
Exactly.
69
champions.
Yeah, 69 Jets, 69, 70. Actually, 68 to 69 Jets. 69, 70 Knicks. So, but yes, Clyde still dresses fine, let's be honest. He's still he doesn't do the words he used to do as much. You used to need a dictionary.
A lot of rhyme time with Clyde.
Yeah, they don't do that.
But now he's still got the suits though.
Yeah,
he pulled out that one a couple of years ago with the cow print or whatever it was.
Wasn't it the purple one? It was the one with purple and I don't know what it was, but
I don't know. Clyde is he's a haberdasher's dream.
Yeah.
So. Good for him, but I'm obviously Joe Namath. I have no doubt will be there. Sam Darnold actually met Namath. All three quarterbacks met him, and by three I meant when Teddy Bridgewater was still with the Jets. But Namath came into training camp and had a little short conversation with everybody. And Darnold was talking about how great that was and what obviously said all the right things as far as what it was like to meet Joe Namath. I got to be honest. I doubt he has much of a clue who Joe Namath is unless somebody gave him some research or explained to him who Joe Namath was.
Yeah.
And I'm sure football players understand and know about Super Bowl III and everything, but how much do you expect a 20-year-old to know about Joe Namath?
And the only thing that maybe he saw would have been that HBO special from a couple of years ago, which was very good, actually.
Yeah, that's possible.
When he went back to his hometown for his 50th anniversary,
right.
The high school team, and it was a very good special, actually. It was more about integration as much as it was Joe Namath, because Joe, Joe always said, "Hey, let's play with everyone."
Yeah,
and at a time when maybe not everyone thought that. So,
and back when he was growing up in Pennsylvania, I mean, like you said, it wasn't exactly
people with open
racially
minds.
diverse. But Joe Namath was one of the guys at the forefront of that, even as a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Even younger. I mean, his best friends growing up were black guys,
right?
And he always was kind of looking around at people, and especially when he got to Alabama, was like, what's wrong with you people? Like everybody's it's just a person like everybody else. So what's the problem? And he never understood any of that. And to his credit, he did what he could to change it.
Yeah.
But anyway, football. Let's not get off on a tangent here.
I could talk Joe Willie all day. I love Joe Willie.
But we get to see what Sam Darnold can do tonight when the situation is for real, and when as the cliche goes, when the bell goes off, and use whatever cliche you want, but we're going to see if Sam Darnold is an NFL quarterback for real tonight, not in the preseason games, and where he looked good. He looked pretty, didn't look great, but he looked good. But this is the start of an evolution where we're going to see, improvement from Sam Darnold, and we're going to see if he is actually the guy who could be a Jets quarterback for, say, the next 10 or 12 or 15 years.
So everything works out.
That's the hope and the dream.
Now, the thing I'm thinking about right now is that since Eli didn't have a good game yesterday, here comes Sam, and he let's say tonight he has a great game.
I don't see it.
Well, I don't see them.
I
don't
that
see
because
him
of coaching.
Using. Yeah, I
see it because
agree
of
with
coaching, because I don't think I can't see Todd Bowles just handing the offense over to Sam Darnold and saying, "Go do your thing," because he's a rookie, and no coach lets a rookie do that.
They're gonna work him.
They're gonna take it slow with him, and they're gonna say, "All right, we're gonna do certain parts of the playbook. We're not. I mean, I guarantee Sam Darnold is not working with the entire playbook at this point. He's still learning it, and he's still getting comfortable with it. And the coaching staff is still seeing what parts of it he can do well, what parts he still needs work on, and what parts he already does outstanding.
Yep.
So that's all part of the process. Is how much can they throw at this kid, and how much can he deal with and adapt to, and show that, all right, I'm good with this. Let's move on, and let's expand it, and let's do more with it. But that you don't do that in 6 weeks.
I agree. But maybe the kid's special. Who knows?
Well, so far he's shown that he is, because I've said it before. I was not a proponent of him starting this game. I thought that they should have let him learn a little bit more on the sideline. I would have been perfectly happy with them letting Teddy Bridgewater play and show what he can do. And like I said, I thought he had a very good preseason. I think he only would have boosted his value. But McCown is still there, and he's getting paid a lot of money to be the backup. So we'll find out what happens, and hopefully they can keep him upright.
I'm rooting for McCown. I like it. Yeah, I like.
Why?
He's not going to play, but I like the guy's
so
last.
How are you rooting for him? I'm confused.
Well, not that I want to take over for Sam Darnold. I don't.
Okay.
But I like the guy. Here's a guy who's stuck around this league, and he's still here.
So you're rooting for him to get paid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rooting for him to be around. Right. Because why not?
I mean, he'll be a good mentor. That's for sure. I mean, he's a guy who, like you say, has tons of experience with probably 8 different teams. So he knows the league. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But he's a guy who he knows his role. He knows why he's here. It's not going to turn into a negative situation. McCown isn't going to sit here and gripe about playing time or I mean, he's making $10 million. I'm sure he's thrilled to be making $10 million.
And he's not getting hit.
At what is he, 38, I think he is?
30.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my last big payday.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably more than he's ever made in a year in his life.
Probably.
So, hey, thank you very much. I'll do whatever you say. I'm just happy to cash checks.
He will be.
And not get hit. That's even the better part.
I know.
$10 million to not get hit.
He wears the cap.
Thank you.
He wears the cap. So.
Hey, that's a lottery ticket he's holding right there. Come on.
Anyway, we talked very quickly about the the Packers and.
Well, wait. Before we move, before we shift, brother.
Okay.
I mean, my thing with the Jets and with Darnold, we talked a little bit before about Dak Prescott not having anybody to throw the ball to.
Right.
Who is Darnold throwing the ball to?